Aloha, the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this new moon in Libra, October 21st, 2025, psychic crystal reading for each of the four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. You may want to watch the entire video because this new moon in Libra is not just going to affect your sun sign only. So if you know the elements that correspond to your sun, your moon, your rising sign, and your cusp sign, you may want to check them out as well. Because remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, sometimes your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. So all that being said, now onto your psychic crystal reading for the new moon in Libra, October 21st, 2025, psychic crystal reading. And I'm starting with the sign of the element of, I'm starting with the element of earth. This is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. You may find that this new moon in Libra makes you want to do new things, bring about new schedules, new routines, doing new things. And these new things that you may want to do could completely oppose things that you are already doing. So you could have a drastic shift in that regard. Some of you want to start a new class, a new course, a new training program, or learning something new. It could be on your own. You could be learning it on your own, through your own study, your own research. But it could be through a class, a course, a training program, in person or online. Some of you may have to study for a big test. There could be some test or exam that's coming up for you over the next 2 weeks or up to 30 days, but especially the days around the new moon in Libra. Some of you earth signs may be putting together a project, and then you're going to do something with it. It could be for a business you own, or a project like maybe you're building something with your kids, or a project like a work project, or it could be a home improvement project. Some of you could get hired for a full-time job, part-time job, or even for a short-term venture. Some of you could get invited to a gathering that's kind of fun or special, and it could be, maybe it's a Halloween party, or a wedding, or somebody's, retirement or engagement party, but getting invited to a party comes up here for some of you, or some kind of gathering. Wow, this new moon in Libra could really have some of the earth signs have a lot of new ideas and inspirations that you're going to conceptualize and do something with. So, carry a little journal or a little notebook, or jot notes down on your phone, put them on your phone if you have notes on your phone. And because I feel like you could really do something that could be quite, stand out or be exceptional from these ideas. Now, here are the 3 cautions for the earth signs. Some of you are spending too much money, and it could be on like gifts. Maybe you're buying holiday gifts, and I'm not saying you shouldn't spend money on your friends and family, but my guides are calling it too much money. But it could also be on something like maybe you're hiring somebody to do some work for you and they're charging you too much. Or maybe you're like, oh, I want to get a new wardrobe, or I want to do this or do that, get a new coat, get my hair done, get, new boots for the fall. You got to be careful, because my guides are saying you're spending too much money, and that means that at a later date, you're going to regret it. You could have a confusing conversation with somebody about a job or a specific tasks that your boss or somebody else needs or wants you to do. So you need to get really clear. If you're getting confusing messages, confusing instructions, you need to say to your boss or who's ever hired you or whoever this is, it could even be like a teacher, it could be an instructor, a professor. You've got to tell them, you know what, I need these instructions in writing, or I need clarification, because if you just bulldoze ahead, it's not going to be what exactly they wanted. This is a weird message. The fear of flying, if you have fear of flying, could prevent you from doing something or going on a trip or visiting someone or something that you could be visiting, like national treasures, monuments, 7 wonders of the world, or people, whatever. It's holding you back. Fears are fears, but you may want to try to get past them, because I feel like if you continue on with the fear of flying, it could be just fear of flying right now. Maybe it's not even just, maybe you're not afraid of flying all the time, but you may want to try to get past it, because I feel like you're missing out on either fun or some important opportunity over the course of the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days, but especially the days around this new moon in Libra. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. And by the way, please hit that like button, because it will help the algorithms and get YouTube to start recommending my videos to new people, to make this channel grow, because they've been ignoring my videos and I don't feel like they've been getting recognized. And if you see the hype button, please hype this video, because I did actually see the last time I mentioned that my videos started to show up on the feed, and I haven't seen them in ages. So thank you for doing so. I do appreciate it. It helps me a lot. So now on to the element of water. This is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Hi, water signs. So let's see how this new moon in Libra is going to affect you. It may make you have some kind of cause for concern, and it could make you want to backtrack on something, like something you already did, or maybe you made a promise. Like if you make a promise, maybe you're like, I overpromised, and you may want to backtrack on that promise. So be careful of overcommitting, because I get backtracking energy. If you're somebody that has a lot of equipment for a hobby or something you do, or like for work or whatever, I feel like you're going to sell. Some of you could sell it all off completely. Maybe you're going to quit that kind of career or the kind of hobby you're in, or maybe you're just selling part of it off. This new moon in Libra could make the water signs really question authority. And that could be authority in the powers that be that run the land where you live. Or it could be the powers that be that run the business or company you work for. But questioning authority comes up here. Some of you water signs want dominance and power over something you feel where your power has been usurped, and where people have overridden your authority, or taken it away from you. So you're going to want to regain power back, because I feel like it's been submerged or taken away. If you were applying for any kind of grant, loan, or anything like a stipend, or anything like even at work, if they can give you your department money, I feel like you get it. I feel like money comes to you through a grant, through a loan, or from some like, money being donated or given to your particular job or department. Something that you loved or cared about that got torn down gets rebuilt or refurbished or resurrected in some way. So something that got torn down or destroyed or demolished or whatever gets rebuilt, or it could be like a church, a building, but it even could be a relationship. It doesn't have to be, tangible in a material sense. It could be a relationship. Some of you have some kind of opportunity that's going to come to you where you have honed your skills or sharpened your knowledge, and then opportunity is going to come to you. And because you did those things, you're going to be able to seize the day, seize the opportunity. So now for the 3 cautions for the water signs. If you feel like you have limited control, or something is not working right, gears not running, or a program or something you're in isn't working properly, or even at work or in something, could even be a relationship, but you're going to step back from it. And it would be the wise thing to do. If something like, because I see gears grinding, or technology going like fluey, not working properly, or could even be, in interpersonal relationships. It's like, don't push it. Don't push it. Don't try to make it work. Don't try to get it to keep going, because it's going to there'll be some kind of catastrophe. It'll break. It will be irreparable. That is the caution and warning. Be very careful with sharp objects, especially when shaving or doing anything with knives, razors, saws, because I feel like the water signs could get cut. So be very careful of that. But especially like shaving your legs, your arms, your armpits, your face. Like, be careful of getting cut. But it could be cooking, you could be chopping and really cut your finger, or sawing. Just be really careful, water signs, about getting cut over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. You water signs, your primal urges are going to draw you towards somebody. This could happen for some of you that is not healthy for you. You may really want to have sex, or really want to get involved with the relationship, or you want the whole 9 yards package of it all. And the person is not right for you. They may even have like a mean streak or something that you can't see. So make sure, if you're going to sleep with anybody or think you're jumping into a relationship with anybody, you better vet them carefully and make sure before you get involved with them what you're getting yourself into. Because I feel like there's something wrong with them. They're either mean or evil or just not the right person for you. So be careful of that, water signs. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. And I just wanted to let you know, if you're interested, I have 2 videos series that are new this month of October. The first is Spirit Animals, Tarot, Oracle Cards, and Jasper Crystal readings. They're jam-packed full of cards. There's 3 animal totem tarot cards, 1 animal medicine card, and 1 spirit guide animal card. Lots of psychic predictions and messages in there. They cover a 1-year time period. You may want to check those out. That link is down below in the description box in the Show More section. And it's also on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. And they're available on Patreon. And the Patreon links and the Vimeo links are down below and on my website, so you can get them in either place. Also, don't forget my psychic crystal readings for October 2025 are available. If you haven't checked them out yet, they're an expansion and a continuation of the psychic tarot readings that I do on YouTube. And you're going to get way more messages and predictions than what you're going to get right here in me doing the crystal here for this moon. You'll get way more messages and predictions for the entire month for your zodiac signs. You may want to check them out. And that link again is down below in the description box. It's also on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page, and they're available on Patreon. And those links are down below and on my videos page to go to Patreon, and you can get them on my Patreon shop. I do appreciate your purchases. It does keep this channel going, and hopefully the psychic predictions and messages help you. So now on to the element of fire. This is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This is a new moon that could have you catching up with old friends or family members that you haven't seen for a while. This could be a new moon where you find yourself baking bread, baking comfort foods, making pumpkin muffins and pumpkin bread and maple this or apple pie, or, you know, especially bread baking. I see that around the fire signs. And if you don't like to do it, you may be learning how to do it. Fire signs, you could get called out about something you wrote on a social media post or an email you wrote or something you said. Somebody could call you out on it, and they could start, like a beef with you. And, that may not go over real well with you. So be careful what you write and say, even though this is not the caution part of the reading, it came up here. If you have to deal with any court cases, or if there's been any injustices with neighbors or family members, the scales of Libra, those justice scales, are going to get back in balance. And some things that were unfair or unjust for you will now be righted and become more fair and balanced. Some of you could be doing things to improve your self-esteem. And you could also be thinking about what kind of legacy you're going to leave behind you. Could be thoughts in your head. So you may be very concerned about writing what you're writing, or writing a book or a story, or creating videos, or making, having a great career that you can, build up family income, and also focusing on yourself, your self-esteem, and your self-worth could all come up for you with this the new moon in Libra. And these effects could last for the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days, but especially the days around the new moon. Some of you fire signs could get nominated for a position in a club, a group, an organization you belong to, or in your town, or maybe even in a bigger political arena, getting nominated for something, or even at work. If the people pick who's the employee of the month, you may be nominated. Some of you may get something that was taken from you or borrowed from you, given back. Now, you may have to drive a few miles to get it. Some of you it may be delivered right to you, but some of you may have to drive like around 4 to 5 miles to pick it up or get it. Something could be made public that you did that could draw attention to you in a positive way, like in a newspaper article, a write-up, anything like that could come up. And then you get like more business or more well-known or more public recognition in a positive way. So here are the 3 cautions for the fire signs. Be careful if you have to give any speeches or presentations. You may have the tendency to stumble over your words. So you may want to simplify your speech or whatever the presentation is, because you don't want to make it too convoluted or too complex, and then it comes off like disjointed. So keep it simple. Don't assume that you're in a relationship too fast and like tell people, I met this great person and we're going out and now we're getting together and da-da-da, because it's not going to go forward. You think you're misinterpreting it, or the person you're dating or is acting interested in you is going to bail. And then you're going to feel like you look stupid. So be careful of broadcasting, oh, I met this great person and we're going out and then I think this is the one, blah, blah, blah. Don't say any of that. Because they're going to like find somebody else or decide they're not interested or whatever. And then you're going to look like, you know, foolish, or you're going to feel foolish. You need to be careful, fire signs. There could be some kind of trouble that comes up in family where they're going to try to blame you or pin something on you and say it's your fault, when it's really not. It's really not your fault. So be cautious of that. Don't let somebody gaslight you or try to put blame on you for something that is not your fault or your doing. So those are the 3 cautions for the fire signs. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. And please hit that like button. It helps this channel grow. It helps me beat the algorithm. It helps me. YouTube is just determined to keep me in a box for some reason. And I've been on here 11 years and they just don't want to see this channel grow. So you can beat that by clicking that thumbs up button, that like button. And if you see the hype button pop up and you do like my videos, if you hype the video, it does make this channel get like it. I think it kind of beats the algorithms, or it helps it. So I do appreciate it. Thank you for your likes and your shares and your subscribes and your comments. It does help me a lot, and it means a lot to me too. So now on to the element of air. This is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Some of you air signs may be affected by this new moon in Libra, where it makes you want to stage something. You may want your house to look better, or if you're trying to sell something, or if you need to take any photographs or images and you need to stage something that you need to take pictures of, like staging things and being concerned about the presentation of things, the looks of things. It could be your home, the front of your house, your holiday decorations, could be inside, could be outside, could be things you're photographing, will be important to you the days around the new moon in Libra and for the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. Getting rid of things that are old, worn out, clunky, not working properly, or unreliable. This could be a vehicle. This could be appliances in your home. I see you getting rid of them. This could be an inspiring new moon where you air signs want to create something that gives drama. Maybe it's Halloween decorations. I mean, some people, I have seen some amazing decorations that people put up, like real spooky and all these effects. So it could be something like that, but it could have nothing to do with Halloween. It could be like a production, some PowerPoint presentation, or something you have to create for work, or maybe even a party, like creating it with like drama and flair and panache. You have to be careful you don't get yourself into the thick of something you don't want to be in the thick of. And this could be like a family drama, a friendship drama, wherever there's people like at odds with each other, not getting along, or like, you got to be careful, like giving your opinion is going to, if you give your opinion, you're going to get sucked into it. So you may want to be very neutral. Some of you are going to discover something that's either going to make you look more healthy and youthful and feel more healthy and youthful. It could be like something you ingest, or it could be like a cream, a lotion, a treatment that you could be doing to your body or face. If there's anything that needs to be documented or in writing, or could be for work, could be for your own private life, where things need to be straightened out, like facts getting straightened out. It could be on a document, it could be on a will, it could be on a contract, it could be on something that needs to be submitted to some place, like reading it over, pointing out the mistakes, getting the facts straight, especially on any kind of documents. Some of you are going to work out a new path of medical treatment, or it could be homeopathic, naturopath, allopathic, like getting some kind of new protocol, new treatment, new medication, whatever, health related, could work out for you over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. So here are the 3 cautions for the air signs. Air signs, you really need to be careful that you don't dump all your problems on somebody. And this could be a friend, or it could be a family member, where you're unloading, you're dumping all these problems on somebody. It's not going to go well. You're not going to get the response you want, and they don't really want to deal with it or hear it. So be careful of doing that. You've got to be very careful of sugar intake, or something you're eating that's too much. Like it could be too much caffeine, it could be too much sugar, something that's like not good for your body chemistry. You could be overdoing something. It doesn't have to be just caffeine or sugar. There could be something else. It could be gluten, it could be something else. But sugar is what came to my mind first. So be very, maybe because of trick-or-treating, maybe you have kids that are going to come home with bags of candy and you're like, yeah, or you buy the candy to give to the kids and you eat it. So sugar is what came up to me first, but it could be other things that, you could ingest that have to do with drink or eating, that I feel like you need to be careful because it's not good for your body chemistry. You may even break out in hives or pimples or some kind of rash. So be careful. Be careful of stomach upset. I pick up that some of you don't eat any food that's questionable. Like if there's chicken especially chicken. Chicken is what came to my mind, but it could be other foods. Like, you know, if you cook chicken, you got to eat it within 3 days. Don't think 4 and 5 is going to work. No, you could get sick. You could get salmonella. Or if you're grilling chicken or cooking it in some way, you need to make sure it's 100% cooked all the way through. Because I feel like some of you air signs are going to get sick over something you're going to eat. And the two things that come up to me is chicken or seafood, and dairy I would put at a third. So if there's any question about any ingredients or anything or the doneness of stuff, you've got to be sure it's cooked, especially chicken. And don't think it can stay in the refrigerator longer than 3 days, because you could get sick from it. So be careful of that. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. I just want to let you know, if you're interested in any of the special videos I record on very specific topics, bringing you more psychic predictions and messages, you can get them on my Vimeo on-demand videos and also on Patreon. I've created a list you can read here on this slide. They are also linked below this video in the description box and on my website, theluckymermaid.com, on the videos page. And on Patreon, they're on the shop tab there. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. It does mean a lot to me. I do appreciate you guys, so thank you for all of your kind comments, and it really means a lot, and it helps me a lot. And I hope that you have an absolutely awesome and amazing energy that comes to you from this new moon in Libra, October 21st, 2025. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.